Hi, this is Shiva Rajaya from vitalcoaching.com, and we are talking about tantric sex, vital sex. These videos are for couples, for new partners, for new lovers, and I'm giving you hints on how to establish a tantric sex connection and add these techniques and practices into your life. The topic for this video is connect with sexual conversations or sexual messages. Tantric sex messages, what do they look like? What are the range of possibilities there? And what is the way to engage? What are the pitfalls or the things to look for? So when you want to engage and start triggering each other sexually, activating each other, when you are not in each other's presence, you can use text messages, you can use voicemail, you can call each other, you can send pictures of yourself or pictures of scenes, gods and goddesses, mantras, mandalas. You have lots of options. The way to do it is really to trust your instinct and be creative with that. Sending creative messages is really an art form. Okay, it's not like a given recipe where you just repeat a line and hope that it's going to work. No, you have to be creative and bring your creative juice and flow in that. Use your poetic skills. Here is an example. For instance, if you just woke up and you are thinking about your lover and you had this very juicy experience the night before, it can sound like this. Hi, I just woke up. I feel so much bliss and juice just talking about you, just thinking about you. The memory of what we shared yesterday is still inside of me. See, it's very simple, targeted, to the point. In that case, it's not too intense sexually, it's relatively light, it's easy to receive. And when you receive a message like this one, if you want to engage, it's important to be responsive. By being responsive means that you're not necessarily going to wait for like 24 hours before answering. When the juice is there, if you let that juice go, very often it's going to drop. So picking it up, that person sends you a message, your lover sends you a message. If you want to engage and you enjoy this form of communication, then you pick up that message and you reflect. Yes, I loved it. It was fantastic to have you in my arms. I feel like we have such a deep connection. I'm enjoying your presence a lot. Again, that reply doesn't have much sexual content to it, but it's the expression of love. And this is activating already an invisible connection between the two of you. So be responsive. If you feel that it's not the right time for you to engage, and you don't really have the space and the focus because you might be at work or in another context where you cannot text, so maybe send a quick reply. Yes, got it, loved it. Exclamation mark, this is it. On my way to work, we'll chat with you this evening. See, just a couple of words like that can really establish and set up the connection. What's important when you're communicating with text messages is to strengthen the complicity that you have. And using this distant connection can really activate a whole new set of juice and possibilities. Another thing to watch out for is how much sexual intensity, how much energetic intensity you're sending to your partner. Some people will not be really comfortable with too graphic images. If what you're sharing is something that is too sexual in the content, and your partner is a bit shy on that level, be careful, be mindful. It's very easy to cross the line and enter into an area where, that's it, you disconnect because there is too much sexual intensity. Outside of the bedroom, outside of the actual love making, your partner might not be too comfortable with sharing a high level of sexual intimacy or intensity when you're not in each other's presence. So watch out, you know. The best way to do it is to test the waters. Send a message which is not too sexual, and if your partner starts engaging in ways that are more sexual, talking about body parts, you know, I loved kissing your nipples, you are such a sensitive being that responds to the touch of my tongue, you know, it's like, then we start becoming much more graphic. We start using words that are much more sexual, and that could be okay depending on the connection that you have with your partner, but always check, always take a small step at a time. Another important aspect when you start engaging is you have to realize that there is a beginning, there is a peak, and then there is a moment where the energy drops and when you have to let it go. And very often text message communication is going to be relatively short. You know, you might have like a 5-minute time window to engage and connect, and then you have to let it go. So very often what will happen is that you send a text message, and then there is a response, and then there is 2 or 3 times, and then one of the persons disconnects. So instead of just disconnecting and letting it go, warn your partner. You can say something like, was delicious to hear from you. Have to go now. I'll see you soon again. That's it, you know, to give an indication that you're no longer online right there receiving messages, that you might read them, but you are not going to keep on engaging at that moment. And be accepting of this letting go. Your partner might be at work, they might be engaging, they might be with friends. Don't force the connection at any given time. And don't repeat that connection also too frequently. Especially in the beginning, when you are new lovers, if your partner is getting bombarded by 25 messages a day, that might be too much, it might be too intense. A couple of text messages here and there, you know, once a day, it's fine. But very often there is a kind of overload. Oh my God, this is so nice, so much romantic energy. You want to press the juice of this connection until the end, and you might overdo it. So step back a little and see how your partner is responding. Also, if you are systematically the one engaging, the one initiating contact via message, take a step back and give some space also for your partner to initiate contact every now and then, because then it's going to bring some balance in your couple. Another one is be aware of timing. You know, 10 o'clock in the morning when your partner is at work might not be the most juicy and sexual time for them to receive those messages. Maybe in the evening when they are back home, just before they go to sleep and you are not in each other's presence, might be a more appropriate time for this messaging. So be aware of the timing, be aware of where your partner might be when you're sending them this message. Juicy stuff, right? Hope you love it. Enjoy. Bye-bye.